Today I am showing you guys how to make my favorite meal, sushi bowls. It is the easiest thing in the world to make and the most flavorful dish ever. The great thing about this is it is vegan and gluten-free. There are some adjustments you can make if you want to subtract a few things or add a few things if you want it to no longer be vegan. But I'm gonna show you guys how to make this amazing sushi bowl, something I get so many questions about since my sushi video. So this is a great step-by-step on how to make a sushi bowl. Hope you guys enjoy. First we're gonna cook the rice, and for this I use 2 cups of rice. And this makes a lot of sushi bowls, probably like 2 cups of rice probably makes like 3-ish sushi bowls. And since I'm making bowls, okay, like 2 3/4, almost. Since I'm making bowls, I just use normal organic rice. I don't need to use actual sushi rice, which is short grain rice, and that makes it sticky. So this is normal rice. It's a little bit longer grain than sushi rice. I kind of learned the hard way that you really need to rinse your rice. There have been a few times that I didn't rinse it, and it was very starchy tasting. While when I do rinse it, it's very clean and fresh. So make sure you rinse your rice. It's super important. I usually just do this for probably like a minute or so, and I'll kind of swirl it around. Just try to get all the grains coated and make sure it's rinsed really well. All right, you will go ahead and put that rice into 3 cups of water. So it's 2 cups of rice to 3 cups of water, and we are going to put this on the stovetop to cook. All right, so I put this on the stovetop. I have my heat at medium. I'm gonna wait till it boils. Once it boils, I'm gonna turn the heat down to a really, really low simmer, and I will just let it sit for around 10 to 15 minutes. Just leave the lid on it at simmer for like 10-ish minutes and see how it's doing. The rice should be cooked fully through, but you don't want it to be mushy. Just kind of keep an eye on it and make sure you don't overcook it, but also make sure it's cooked all the way. You can easily just take a bite of it, a little spoonful, and see the texture, and you'll be able to tell if it's a little bit crunchy, then it needs to go longer. My rice is cooking, and while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna prep my topping. So in this particular sushi bowl, I will be having seaweed. I always put seaweed in my sushi bowls. I don't think sushi tastes like sushi without seaweed. Even if you don't like the taste of seaweed on its own, mixed with all the other ingredients, it tastes fabulous. So we're gonna cut some of that up in little slivers. My go-to is avocado. Sometimes I will make a bowl simply with just avocado and obviously seaweed and the other kind of must-have ingredients. But as far as my other fillings, I'll just make it with avocado, and I absolutely love it. I think it tastes wonderful. It's always so easy because I pretty much always have avocado on hand. My other favorites are cucumber. It adds a very nice crunch to the bowl, but I don't have any cucumber right now, so we're just going with this. And also smoked salmon is wonderful, but if you do that, then it is no longer vegan. Just keep that in mind, and that's the great thing about sushi bowls is you're able to add whatever you would like. And if you're having friends over, they can pick and choose. Sushi bowls are gluten-free and vegan, which is so cool because I have a lot of gluten-free friends. I personally am not gluten-free, but this is a great option for them because they are able to enjoy the meal, and if they want to add more things, they can, but they don't have to. And same with vegans. You can add smoked salmon, or I like to add QP, Japanese mayo, which I'll show you later. But when you add those things, it no longer becomes vegan. So in this one, I am having avocado, and I have some carrots, so I'm gonna add some carrots in there as well. It'll add some nice crispy freshness. Sometimes I add a full one, sometimes I only do half a one. It just kind of depends on, what I'm feeling, how hungry I am, and today I'm pretty starving. So go ahead and just slice your avocado in super thin slivers. And then with a spoon, you're able to just get that out, and I will lay that beautifully on top of the sushi bowl. Next we need some seaweed, and this some people say is not vegan, some people say it is. You can do your own research and decide if you think it is vegan or not. I'm gonna take 1 full sheet, and I am going to cut it in half like that, fold it over, cut it in half again, make sure it's broken. Alright, just the smell of it gets me so excited. Alright, and then I'm going to cut little tiny slivers. Now this you kind of gotta like press down really hard to make it work. Seaweed is quite strong. All right, my seaweed is done. Just cut into little slivers so that it's easier to eat. I have my avocado. I have my carrots just in a bag. I'll probably put that many carrots. My rice is pretty much done cooking, and to it I am going to be adding 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of rice vinegar. That's 1/4 cup. And there's my 1/2 cup. 1 teaspoon of salt. And 1 tablespoon of oil of any kind. So you can use olive oil or vegetable oil. And then we're just gonna mix this up. Now, you're kind of supposed to do that seasoning, that sauce, in its own pan and then add it to this. But I always just add it straight to the mixture. I think it's like so that you don't over mix the rice, but I don't really care that much. All right, we're gonna let that cool down, let it sit, take it off the stove, and we just wait for that to totally cool down. The rice has officially cooled down, so now is the most fun part, assembling the bowl. This is just when it all comes together and it looks so beautiful, and I always get really excited. So first thing I lay down is obviously my rice, and I like this bowl because it's really wide, so you get to really spread everything out, and then you just, as you eat it, you work your way kind of down like around the bowl. I don't know, I just really like this bowl to eat it. I'm gonna sprinkle all of my seaweed across the bowl. Next, I'm going to put on my carrots, and I think I'm actually going to, sprinkle all of these around as well. And then I will do my avocado, and this, oh crud, no, we can't have it messed up. It looks so beautiful. Well, sorry guys, didn't mean for that to happen. It's okay, I will make it work. Now I add my sauces. So first I do my Bragg's liquid aminos. This is a natural soy sauce alternative. It says it is all-purpose seasoning from soy protein. I just bought this one time and I like it. It's really nice. It works really well. Here's a little close-up of it. You can buy this at Kroger. I think that's where I got mine, was from Kroger. I'll shake it before I put it on, and then I usually just kind of go like this. I often come back for a little bit more of it, so that looks good to me. Next, I will do my Japanese mayo. This is called Kewpie. It has a little baby on the front. I don't know if you can see that. This is only sold at Japanese markets. It's a game changer. It tastes so good, and obviously this is not vegan, so add this only if you're okay with that. But I love this stuff. I think it tastes amazing, and it really adds so much flavor to the bowl. Next is sriracha. I don't always love sriracha, but I do love it on my sushi bowls, so I'll apply a good amount of that. Apply as if I'm doing a makeup tutorial. That was funny. Sriracha is like a sushi bowl must-have for me. Next, I'll use a little bit of ginger. One of my favorite things to do is make my own ginger. I think it tastes unreal when you make it by yourself. It is so, so good, but sometimes it's easier just to buy the pre-made stuff. The ingredients are ginger root, vinegar, cider vinegar, sea salt. Yes, it's good. A lot of people don't like ginger in their bowls, so you just kind of gotta try it out to see if you are a ginger fan. I am. And it's really healthy for you. And lastly, you need some sesame seeds. Now, these are best toasted. All you have to do is put them in a pan and just put them on medium heat until you kind of start to smell them. You'll be able to smell the sesame seed flavor. Let's do a close-up on this puppy. Ooh, look at all the goodness, all the vegetables, all the flavors. I love this so much. That, my friends, is how you make a sushi bowl. You will be shocked at how filling this is and how much flavor is packed into this bowl. I'm just always amazed at how delicious and how full I am. If you want to see photos of all of my sushi creations, you can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I always post a lot on Snapchat of like little foods I'm making and whatnot, and Instagram, obviously. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, that it was a helpful step-by-step, and I have many more sushi videos coming up. You're probably like, what? How could you have more? Oh, I have more. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye. Our first, oh, that's the flour. Okay. Step, sugar. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jordan. Yeah, braining and working. If you end up making this, please post a photo and tag me on Instagram or Twitter or anywhere. I want to see your creations. It's so good.